so this is going to be my first video ever. My name is Jane, I'm a med student and I'm from one of the universities in China. So if you're interested in this topic, please keep watching. Switch. First of all, I would want to say thank you so much for still being here after watching my sort of introduction. So, assuming you're still here, I'm guessing that you guys are interested in this topic. So, a bit about myself, so you guys know who I am and why am I even talking about all of this. My name is Jane. I'm a 5th year international medical student who is currently studying medicine in one of the universities in China. So, I've been doing a bit of research myself and I noticed that not so many people actually tell you how it's actually like to study here. And through this channel and through this video, I was hoping that I could help clarify things up so that those who are planning to come to study here or looking to find more information could gain something out of this. So yeah. I would be dividing this video into 4 parts. Firstly, I would talk about the general information of how it's like to study here, and I'm going to talk about the pros and the cons, and the last one would probably be administration, like how do you apply here and stuff. So let's get on with it. So before I start my video, I would just want to put a disclaimer out there so that I won't get in trouble. I'm not here to offend any universities or anybody, and I'm just here to genuinely share my thoughts and my experiences of being here. So with that out of the way, let's continue on with our video. So what is a medical degree in China? Medical degree in China is an MBBS course, so it's an undergraduate program. So right after high school, after you graduate, you are eligible to come and apply here. And the duration of the course ranges from 5 to 6 years depending on each university. So yeah, I guess that's like the basic information of what it's, what the course is all about. And who could apply here? So unless you are a Chinese citizen, you are all eligible to apply here. Mostly in my case at least, my class is predominated with Indian, Sri Lankan, Nepalis, but of course there are some other countries like Thai, Malaysians, Germans, Koreans, and there's more, but I can't really remember off the top of my head. So yeah, as long as you're not a Chinese citizen, you are able to apply here. And how is our curriculum like? Our curriculum is divided into 2 main parts. Our first one would be our basic medical science part, which would take around 3 years, our first 3 years of coming here. And our second part would be our clinical part, which is like more hospital oriented. And within this clinical part, internship is also included. So yeah, in total, that would make up all our 6 years. And how does our schedule look like, as in the schedule for each year? Each year is composed of 2 semesters. First is the winter semester, and then you would have a winter break. Then you're gonna have a spring-summer semester. Then you're gonna have a really long holiday, and it keeps going on like this. So now let's talk about pros. So the first pro that I can think of right on top of my head is probably the fact that med school here is relatively cheap compared to other countries that provide the same degree. And of course, in each university, they have different prices. So you have like this big range where you could choose and where you think you're capable of affording. So yeah, that is my first pro. And my second pro is probably the fact that our application system is relatively easy because they would just be looking at your high school grades, your GPAs, and they don't really require you to have clinical research or experiences to, apply here. And by experience, I mean like shadowing someone or anything like that. So yeah, that is a pro and sort of a con in my opinion. But yeah, I would explain it in the cons part of this video. Okay, and our third pro, well, to me at least, I think that coming here to China, you are bound to pick up a new language, which is Chinese, because people here don't really speak Chinese. To be honest, when I first came here, I thought everybody would speak English, but it's just so different. And yeah, most of them don't really speak English, so you're gonna have to learn a new language yourself. So now let's jump into the con section. So my first con that I'm going to talk about is related to the fact that our university has an easy application. So we would have a really thin filter of people, because they're just going to look at your high school grades, your high school GPA, and they just really don't require any other experiences like shadowing, doing clinical research. So yeah, with that thin barrier, you have two types of student. Actually, there's more, but I just grouped them into two types of students inside this university. So one, you would have this side that are so motivated to study, who wants to become a doctor, and on this side, you would have those people who aren't sure what they want to do actually yet. So yeah, if you ever come into the university here, make sure you search deep inside your soul and ask yourself, what do you want to do and what do you want to achieve? So you can surround yourself with people who you think would suit you best. And yeah, the second con that I have been noticing quite a lot is language barrier, because during our clinical years, aside from our lecturers who are able to communicate and converse in English, we're gonna have doctors and other like researchers like that to come and teach us during our clinical times. So some of them couldn't really speak English very well, but lucky for me, I have always been in a group where the teachers could speak really great English. And so yeah, there's gonna be teachers who can't really speak English that well. So on top of trying to learn something new, you're gonna have a difficult time trying to understand what the teacher's trying to tell you. But I'm positive that all those teachers who are inside the hospital knows their knowledge really well. So yeah, the only problem is that they can't really converse to you in English because it's not their first language. So yeah, if you could speak Chinese and like you're from a Chinese family speaking background, then you're gonna fly with, through the clinical years because you're able to converse. So if I'm ever gonna give out a tip, is probably study Chinese and know the language well before coming here. So you would have more opportunities in the clinical areas. And another thing I want to mention is that patients here, they wouldn't be able to converse in English too. So they're going to practically speak Chinese to you. So if you're going to take patient history or anything like that, you're going to have to ask it in Chinese. Yeah, there's no way I could put it any better. Alright, so let's talk about application processes. So application processes here is relatively simple instructions to follow. All you have to do is just Google up which university allows you, which university offers the course, and they would give you a list of documents, and all you have to do is provide them with the documents they need. So it's not really that hard if you ask me, and there are also agencies that help you do this type of stuff. So if you're not comfortable in doing it yourself, you could always go to them and ask them for help, and they're willing to help you. But of course, you're gonna have to pay some fees. And yeah, they would just settle all the documents and transportation from your airport in China to your uni. And it's just as simple as that. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and that it kind of helps answer the question on how it's like to be here. If you have any other question, leave it down there in the comment section below and I would try to get back to you, or maybe I would just do a whole new video if things work out well in this vlogging community for me. And yeah, hope to see you in the next video. Bye!